Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I mean, this one is so brand new. It is hot, fire hot, because I'm going to be talking to you about all the ideas that I would put in an ebook that I would sell. It would be worth a lot of money. Ideas that could change your life. You should probably get like a notebook and a pen and write all of this down because I'm about to rock your fucking world. First, gonna rock the fucking hourglass because I don't have a whole lot of time. I have another video I'm filming, I have orders I have to pack, and if I give this any more than 15 minutes, I'm not going to be able to do all the things I want to do. So, please understand that this video comes with a disclaimer. That disclaimer is that all of these ideas that I'm about to give you warrant their own video. They just maybe even like warrant their own video series, okay? And I don't have the time to do all of that, so you need to use your imagination, connect the dots, if you will, and understand that what I'm about to tell you isn't complete advice. There would be research that you need to do for each and every one of these ideas, and you the watcher, are responsible for the laws and taxes wherever you might live surrounding your potential business, okay? With that said, what I've got to tell you are some pretty amazing ideas that almost anybody can do, that almost anybody can use to literally change their life. Now, as I've told you in previous videos, I'm disgusted with the concept that there's nothing new under the sun. Lose it. Lose that idea. Lose it now, okay? First of all, let's just start off with saying that anything you put in your YouTube videos, people are going to be interested in, people are going to want to buy, people are going to want to hear more about, okay? It doesn't matter what it is, okay? Let's say, for instance, that I told you about these compression garments I made them myself, okay? They've got copper inside of them, which help with pain. Now, as some of you know, I work really hard, like extra hard. I love what I do, and I use my fingers and my hands way too much, and I had to make compression garments. And if you were to make a video about the copper that's inside of these compression garments, what they do, how they work, people would want to buy them. Just like automatically, they would hear what you were saying in your video and be like, huh, where's the link? Where could I buy this, right? And instantly, you've got a business idea. Now, I have carpal tunnel, and excuse me, I also have been drinking. I have carpal tunnel, and to help with the pain, I've been using these compression garments. And what they do is they help with the pain so that I can continue making mass quantities of amazing products that all reviewers really, really love, okay? And if you were to make a video about these, people would be like, how in the hell did you make them, and where can I buy them? And they're like diabetic socks that people would use to help with like swelling and neuropathy in their legs. And I just cut the foot part off of them, and from the ankle up, I'm wearing them as compression garments, and it could be an entire business idea, okay? There are so many things that could be business ideas, you guys. Like, listen, it's endless. If you were to make signs, and this is one of my favorite ideas, this is one of my favorite ideas, and some people were like, that's so stupid, and that's because you're not creative enough to understand what I'm talking about. Like, when I give you an idea, you need to like dig deep into your creativity to understand where I'm going with this, okay? I love signs. I think signs are great. I think signs are fun. I think signs are amazing. I've spent quite a lot of money on signs. I know other people have too, okay? I'll show you some examples. Just on my tea station, for instance, there's this one, and this one, and this one, and they're funny, okay? They're funny. Listen, you can make these out of anything, okay? You can make signs out of anything. You can make signs out of wood. You can make signs out of metal. You can make signs out of garbage. You can make signs out of polymer clay. You can make signs out of petrified dog shit, and people would buy it if what it said was fucking funny, okay? Now listen. This video is in collaboration with Penny Lane, Vintage Penny Lane, also known as Penny Todd. And she is, as I would describe her, a goddess. Because when I found her shop for the first time in my life, I was like, oh. Is she just pretending to be everything I ever wanted as like a decoy? Because it's amazing. Because I saw like something that spoke to my soul. And I was like, she knows exactly what to do. She's picking up what the fuck I am putting down. And she has been doing it naturally for a very long time now. And her shop is an example of exactly what I'm talking about whenever somebody could be resourceful. See, listen, a lot of people think that what they're lacking is willpower. What they're lacking is motivation, right? What they're lacking is creativity or something like that, right? But no. What Penny's shop teaches us is that what anybody might be lacking is resourcefulness. All you need to do in order to create a shop is go on a hike, go to the beach, go to the forest, find things. And this is how I knew she was a woman after my own soul, because I have, like, in the past had shops where they were surrounded by what I found when I was on hikes. And I moved here to Colorado, and I was like, that smell, the foresty smell, the fucking sage, like, it's beautiful. Like, they told me when I got here, like, you can't eat that sage, it's stupid, it's worthless. I was like, bullshit, it's worthless. I could turn this into smudge sticks. And that was one of my first Etsy shops that I created when I came out here, was turning this sage that grows wild out here into smudge sticks and selling it along with other things that I found in the forest, like pine cones and things like weird shapes of pine sap. Anyway, Penny Lane does the same thing, although she goes to the beach as well, and she travels the Great Lakes, and she looks at these things, and they're great, they're amazing, and she combs the beach, and she finds things like sea glass. Wow. She just collects these things, and then she lists them on the internet for sale. Anybody can do this. In order to be one of the hardest working people that you know, it's imperative that you are resourceful. It's imperative that you decide that whatever it is that you have, because of wherever you are, is your advantage, and then go ahead and use that. Use it as a leverage, right? Like, okay. I was looking on Amazon for a specific thing, and unbeknownst to me, something was recommended to me that just, like, blew my mind. I didn't even know it existed. I was like, what the fuck is even this? What? And it sparked this creativity within me that I could say is almost the inspiration for this entire video, okay? And that is the silicone feet. These silicone realistic feet that people could buy. Like, if you were going to model your shoes that you were selling, or if you were going to model your toe rings that you were selling, right? They have these realistic, lifelike feet that you can take pictures of and use as like a model, as an example for how to sell your particular product. And I was like, oh, look at these feet, you guys. Look at them. They're so freaking cute. Like, they look like real feet. They belong to a human being. They look like they just... And then my wheel started turning, and I was like, I gotta make a video about this, because so many people don't understand what I'm talking about. Whenever I get angry at people for telling me, not at them, but just in general. I get angry when they're like, I don't have any ideas, or when some people say, like, there's nothing new under the sun. All the creativity has been mined. I completely lost 100% respect for Mark Sargent when he said in the live stream with Patricia Steer, all of the creativity has been mined. I almost, like, damaged my retina rolling my eyes so hard because what he said was so fucking stupid. There are endless amounts of ideas, endless creative, clever rearrangements of things. Like, are you... Okay, so I saw these silicone feet, and it took me back to the days before I have the Etsy shop I have now, where I sold dirty socks from an Etsy shop. I'm sorry, not an Etsy shop, an Instagram account. And I saw these feet, and I was like, all you have to do is pose these feet in different ways to look lifelike. They already look really lifelike. Pose them in different ways. Take pictures of them. You could create a whole account just on posing these feet and sell dirty socks. I don't know if anybody understands this, but there is a huge market out there for women's dirty socks. Actually, there's a huge market out there for guys' dirty socks too, but I don't have that experience. Okay, so there are other videos you could probably watch that would tell you how to sell your panties, your dirty panties, or your dirty pantyhose, for instance. But let's just keep it with socks, okay? Like, you can sell your dirty socks, and it's kind of easy money because you create dirty socks naturally. All you really have to do is update your profile, take a couple pictures, and as I've stated, if you have these fucking silicone feet, you just take a couple pictures of your silicone feet. Perfectly manicured, beautiful silicone feet. It's just, the idea is like completely brilliant. But anyway, I digress. You could do a whole Etsy shop just with dog treats. Dog treats. Like, anybody out there who's like, I don't have any ideas, and I'm like, hey, you could sell your dirty socks. I'm like, ew, that's gross. Well, hey, how about dog treats? Dog treats are a great way to make money because they don't fall, well, you have to find out in your area exactly the legislation, etc. But in my area, they don't fall under any particular regulation that is worrisome, and anybody can make dog treats. And you can look up how to make dog treats, you can create dog treats, you can look up what's toxic to dogs, make sure to avoid those, come up with some clever photos, bada bing, bada boom. You've got a whole shop just of dog treats, and it's not even that hard. Like, actually, there are a couple ideas that are extremely profitable that you could take and run with and make whole shops out of without ever exhausting yourself on trying to figure out what other ideas to come up with, right? For instance, when I say dog treats, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. What you could do are foot masks. Foot masks, eyelashes, or nail polish. Each of these ideas are entire shops. Like, I know people who are successful just making solid perfume. Natural solid perfume is all they make. They're wildly successful at it. Now, what you need to understand is that almost anything you do can be successful if it's desirable and you market it to enough people. However, jewelry, candles, and regular merchandise such as shirts or bags, etc., don't exactly sell enough or sell well enough to make enough money to pay the bills unless you have 100,000 subscribers or more. Okay? So, if you don't have 100,000 subscribers or more, it's not possible for you to sell enough t-shirts to actually pay your bills and get by or even make profit or get rich. You're not going to make rich off of selling t-shirts unless you have a new design every month. That design is amazing, and you've got at least 100,000 to even 1 million subscribers to which you are marketing that idea. Otherwise, here's what happens. You sell a t-shirt to somebody who's like, oh, I wanted to support you and buy your t-shirt, and then they never have to come back. They never have to come back. They bought a t-shirt, and they never have to come back for another one because it's a fucking t-shirt, right? Well, if they buy a bar of soap, if they buy a bar of lotion, if they buy your dirty socks, it's a product they're going to use and then come back and get more from you, and then you're able to run your business more adequately because you're not sitting there wondering, why can't I sell enough jewelry or t-shirts to make ends meet when these are not items that people buy in abundance in order to like make it work? Like, here's like what you could do. You like think in your mind, like when you go to the store, like, are you hovering over the t-shirt section? Are you hovering over the jewelry section? Like, I can't wait to afford my next jewelry or t-shirt purchase. Like, no. You're like in the moisturizer eye cream section. Why would you pay attention to the shit that you want and then market that to the people that actually also want it? It's really actually kind of simple, but so many people don't understand like how you could use your creativity plus your natural desires to create products that people really want. I mean, like, Here's number one problem that people have when deciding that they're going to sell a product, okay? They decide that they're going to make a product and it's just going to become whatever it becomes, right? And they just hope that somebody out there is going to like it, okay? That is literally the worst business model I could ever even imagine in my life. What you need is a product that people really, 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 really want, and then be able to market to them in a way that includes a lot of education and information about why your product is superior to other products. But if you're peddling t-shirts or lame jewelry, these are markets that are oversaturated, products people don't really want, and there's no way for you to really tell people these are greater than other products. Like, your gold-plated jewelry and your shit t-shirts aren't greater than other jewelry or other fucking t-shirts. Like, you have to have an education process that goes along with whatever product you're offering, and that's just my personal opinion. And you can decide later on down the line, like, yeah, after you're already successful and after you're already offering products that are paying your bills, you want to make jewelry or you want to sell a t-shirt with a fun design on it. Sure, go ahead and do that, but understand that you're going to do that after you've achieved a lot of the goals that you wanted to achieve. Does that make sense? Like, you don't want to try to just sell t-shirts and make that pay your bills. It's almost impossible for that to pay your bills, okay? And when I say that, I'm not trying to put any individual down. I'm not trying to shame any person individually. I'm not trying to tell you shouldn't sell your t-shirts. You need to understand why your t-shirts aren't selling as well as you might want them to, right? You have to have an off-the-charts design, you have to have off-the-charts marketing, 100,000 subscribers or more, and offer it, like, in a way that makes people want it. And people, even if they did want it, don't have to come back and buy another one. So these are the reasons that particular product isn't necessarily something that you can lean on to pay your bills. It's not something that I could viably tell people, like, hey, you can just sell some t-shirts and it's gonna work out for you. Like, it might not work out for you if you're just trying to do t-shirts. Now, if you're creative enough to do t-shirts, you should also do things like fun greeting cards, offensive greeting cards, things that have, like, ideas and recipes on them, things that are laminated, things that are waterproof. Like, have a fucking idea, have a fucking product. And if you're creative enough to offer things like shirts with designs on them, come up with other things with designs on them. Like, it's not rocket science. But listen, one of the things that a lot of people can do that requires almost no skill other than photography, you do need to know how to take pictures, okay? One of the things that you could do, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what your income level is, no matter what your skill level is, the number one thing that you could probably do is vintage. Because there's shit being sold in your hometown, shit being thrown out on the streets in your hometown that you could sell on the internet for hundreds of dollars. And all you have to do is go out and find it. It's like a treasure hunt. And it's ongoing, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And this is one of the reasons why I really, really adore Penny Lane Shop, because she understands this. She understands this. There are people in her hometown, somewhere up there in Canada, throwing amazing shit in the garbage and just going about their day. And anybody, including her, go find that shit, polish it up, and sell it on the internet. And sometimes it's real brass, it's sterling silver, it's Louis Vuitton, it's 18th century. Like, it's fucking history in a bottle. It's amazing. But still, we live in a world full of people saying, I don't have any ideas about how to start a business. I don't even know the first thing about taking a walk and collecting pine cones. I don't know the first thing about going to the beach and combing it. I don't know what it takes to go to the thrift store and buy vintage items. You would have to literally upload your papers to prove to me that you are certified fucktarded to not understand the opportunities that exist for you. The amazing things that could be done with what's just right at your fingertips. What's right at your fingertips? Like, so many things at your fingertips could change your life, okay? Whole entire shops could be done based on what you find at the beach. Whole entire shops could be based on what you find in the forest, depending on your location on Earth, okay? Doesn't matter where you are. Amplify that as your strength. Don't think of it as your weakness. Think about what you can offer people, not just in a video, not just on social media, but what you have available in your tangible real life that you can offer people on the internet to make their lives better, to enhance their lives. Because when it comes to things found in nature and stuff that you find as far as vintage in shops, what you have available to you might be just some basic ass shit to you, but to other people in other places on Earth, it's treasure. It's rare, hard to get, hard to find. Like, how in the hell is somebody that lives where I live supposed to find something like what Penny Lane offers in her shop, like some shit that washed up on the shore of a Great Lake? Where would I ever have the opportunity to find that? Never, except in her shop. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, take where you are and what you have around you, what's available to you, and use it. Use it to your ability, like, use it as your strength. Not just sit there like, well, all I have access to is the garbage. Listen, I have heard some fucking miraculous stories from people who all they had access to was garbage. You know what they find in the garbage? Mink fur they can sell on Etsy for tons of money. Actual sterling silver, again, that they can polish up and sell on Etsy for tons of money. Things that are literally considered family heirlooms that are out of print, out of date, not even in production anymore, like, are valuable beyond reason, and people are just, you know, they're on their computer and they're being told about minimalism and they're throwing all their good shit out. They're throwing all their good shit out. Throwing all their china out. They're throwing all their figurines out. They're throwing all their brass out. They're throwing all their candle holders out. And you're sitting there, I don't have any ideas. Like, when you're low on ideas, have you considered becoming a dumpster diver? Seriously, it's extremely profitable and really fun, if I might add. I mean, truly, like, a lot of fun. Oh my god, I'm running out of time. Okay, what's next on the list? Okay, we've got signs, candles. Okay. A word on candles. Listen, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm not trying to demotivate anybody. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy or a Debbie Downer at all. I wish my hair would stay behind my ear, but it's too thick. Okay, stay behind my damn ear. Okay. I'm not trying to be negative Nancy when I say this to you. Okay, guys, listen. If you know how to make candles and you're selling them, do that. Do that. I'm not discouraging you at all, okay? But if you don't already make candles and you want to make candles, please reconsider, ask yourself if it's really what you want to do, okay? Candles are hard. Candles are difficult. Candles are fucking usually extremely toxic. Making a natural candle has absolutely almost no profit. By the time you've shipped it, you're done, okay? Candles are heavy and basically useless. And if you aren't extremely skilled in making them, they don't work. They don't work. I don't know one fucking person that ever decided, I'm going to make candles, and then tried to make candles and it worked. And again, I'm not trying to be negative or down anybody. If you make candles and you sell them, good for you. Good for you. Actually, double good for you, because, like, it's fucking hard to do candles. And that's why I'm making this little, like, segment in this video. It's, like, borderline impossible to get a candle to work. It's borderline impossible to afford the ingredients to make a natural candle, and then doubly possible to make a profit off of that because they're heavy. Heavy and they're impossible to ship, okay? So keep all this in mind when you're thinking about launching your business. If you love candles and you want to sell candles, try to sell candles after you've already like done something wildly successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just decide that you're gonna up and sell candles in the next week, because you're not gonna do that. And I've told people this, and sometimes they're like, fuck you, how dare you be negative. And then the second answer is like they come back later after it didn't work, and they're like, hey, I tried candles. I just want to thank you so much for trying to tell me. Because candles are just like, they suck. They just suck when it comes to business. I mean, they're fun to burn. Obviously, candles are fun to burn. They're great. They're awesome. But as a business model, they are less, like on a scale from 1 to 10, they're less than 0. They're just like, they just fail. They flop every single fucking time. But anyway, I digress. There are more options than that. There are endless options, and I want you to know how endless those options are, okay? Now, I'm not able to type out the emails that I have been able to type out in the past, so I'm going to try to redirect people over to this video so they can get a clue as to what they can do with their lives if they find themselves in a position where they want to work from home, they're ready to work from home, however, just can't come up with enough ideas. Now, you can do so many of these ideas on top of each other. Layer them. Boop, 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 boop. Gonna do skincare, t-shirts, whatever. Like, just because I talk shit on skincare and, t-shirts and candles doesn't mean you shouldn't do them. I just want people's expectations to be realistic when it comes to trying those particular things. I don't want you to walk away from this video thinking you're gonna be able to make millions of dollars selling candles. I don't want you to walk away from this video thinking you're gonna make millions of dollars selling t-shirts. Not gonna happen. But they could be feasibly, if you're passionate about them in any particular way whatsoever, like what the t-shirt says or what the candle smells like, etc. If you're passionate about it, you could work it into your particular program of sales, but don't expect it to carry you, okay? Like, that's just my personal opinion, my professional opinion, how I've experienced things going through life. These particular items will not carry you. Find something that will carry you, you know? There are a lot of things out there that will. I've talked about them in this video. Socks will carry you. Skincare will carry you. Like soap can kind of almost carry you, depending on how heavy you want to ship it. Like, it can carry you. Like, if you have the right amount of items that will carry you, you can explore so many other items. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. Comment below. Let me know what's working for you. All right, guys.